It's time for mini news sesh. Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Wingnut Social Podcast. I am not your usual host, Darla, but I am Abigail, and today I'm joined by the lovely Whitney, who you all know is a very talented social media manager here at Wingnut. And today, Whitney and I are going to dive a little bit deeper into a topic that we touched on in last week's mini news. And it's a phrase that, quite frankly, breaks social media managers' hearts. And that's the notion of buying fake followers. So, Whitney, I will let you go ahead and kick this conversation off, and we'll just dive right in.
Well, hello. I am happy to be back on. It's always a fun time talking about fake followers because you are absolutely right. It crushes our souls.
There's some negative repercussions that can come from buying them. So first off, we'll just go with the biggest one. Why not start with the biggest issue when it comes to buying fake followers? And again, we touched on this lightly last week, but that is the result of buying fake followers can actually shadow ban your Instagram account. And what we said last week, what that means is basically Instagram sees fake followers as fraudulent, and that's broken down in their community guidelines. And once you purchase those fake followers, even if you go through and delete them manually, Instagram doesn't forget. The algorithm does not forget. So your content is going to become basically undiscoverable. You're not going to be able to find it under hashtags. You're going to get less reach on your content. So that right off the bat is the worst part.
And for the accounts that, you're using social media to sell a product, those fake followers are not going to bring sales. So all those people that all those followers, they look great, but that's never going to tunnel into a paying client. And a lot of bots, when you do obviously pay for followers, they are bots and they generate comments, but that's about it.
They're not the type of comments that you would want, I would say.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Sometimes it's like, they'll actually start commenting like DM me for a collaboration or DM to pay, $100 for 1,000 more followers. And it just does not look good on your page because with social media, authenticity is really what sells.
Exactly.
And when you don't have the comments are starting to become reviews almost in a way. And so if the comments are bots, people are going to be real people are going to be less engaged with your content and probably won't look at your product as something worth buying.
For sure. Even though it does generate those comments that aren't good, it's not going to generate likes because at the end of the day, they're robots. So people end up buying fake followers to kind of make their account look more legitimate. Maybe you feel like your clients or your potential clients won't think you're a legit interior designer unless you have 20,000 or whatever the number of followers you've put in your head that makes your account qualifiable. They aren't going to engage with your content. So people can see that. So let's say you have 100,000 followers and you're getting, 3 to, even 100 likes for 100,000 followers. Isn't that great of an engagement rate? That is just straight up. If me as a social media manager and probably me as a potential client, I'm going to know, hey, something's not right here and this account isn't as legit as they are trying to come across.
And we see that a lot, especially when we're doing our strategies, when we're looking at competitors or who some of our clients thought were competitors. And then we go into their account and we're noticing that your competitor says that they have 10,000 followers, but they're literally only getting 50 likes on a post. And that's something that is kind of a red flag to us. But I also wanted to touch back on when you were talking about shadow banning, especially when we're like around it's the holidays, and a lot of our clients are now having these holiday promotional periods and sales going on. When you push your sale and your promotion, you are going to be shadow banned when you have all those followers, and nobody's going to see, these time sensitive sale promotions that you have going on. And so that's again another reason why we really, really encourage people not to buy followers.
Yeah. And again, I know we keep referencing last week's episode, but this is the basis of social media and having a social media strategy is that it takes time. It takes a lot of time to build that real organic following that Instagram's going to value and in the long run is actually going to benefit you versus spending $10, whatever the amount is, on this slew of robots. So it just takes time, and there's real value in that, which is why we are here, and that is what we do. So instead of really going for that illusion of popularity or that number you've put in your head of a certain amount of followers equals a certain amount of business, don't fall for it, because again, once you slip down that very slippery slope, there's really not any coming back from it. And if there is coming back from it, it takes a long time.
Even more time.
It takes even more time. Yeah. So that is a wrap for today's mini news. Short and sweet, but to the point. Do not buy fake followers. And if you do, we will know as social media managers, and your future followers and potential clients will also most likely have a hunch that something is up. So avoid those fake followers at all costs.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. All right. Well, thank you, Whitney, for joining me. And next week, you'll have your regular old host, Darla, back, who we love. So we will talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Mini new sesh. Yeah.